Hurricanes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Florida State's head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
They're hoping they can do that for another year, and they know that this...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Throwing, Mensah. Fakes to grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. All by himself down the middle. Takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Mensah to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He makes the catch. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Pulls and fires complete. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you... Maybe some room here. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point.
A shot toward the end zone. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Running inside, it's Fletcher. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Seminoles offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Ashton Daniels. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Mensah. 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Hurricanes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Got enough for the first. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat, and he'll be brought down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. And they they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. It's complete to the left.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Knowles line up to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Working the middle, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. Maybe a crease. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the 1st down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Breaks into the open. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. 2nd down coming up. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Got it, looking for the 1st down. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got a little grass. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where...
Turning it on! They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll try the right side. Hard running there. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. It's Daniels. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on third and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Lofton. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
That was a really nice throw down the field. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they desperately needed here. Not a lot of time left at the end of the first half, but that big completion now puts them in range to score some points here at the end of the half.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
With the catch, it's Lofton. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense.
Runs through a man. He might have space. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. High the chains now on second and long. On the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 23 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Boilermakers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Daniels. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Makes the grab. It's Riles. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here comes the option. Touchdown, Noles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Throws to the tight end. That's reeled in. It's Lofton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Fletcher. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And now the lead is even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back mark with a first down in the final period. He goes right back to the air. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Setting up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Bring in the heat. Spins away from the defender. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
Here's a little room there.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Mensah. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Black 14! Black 14!
Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Goes high to pull it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Hurricanes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Canes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little.
To this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's single. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.